Refined.
I was a chemist, turned cop, turned winemaker.
An odd couple finds success in the wine biz in what plays out like a real-life rom-com.
It was not love at first sight. In fact, we couldn't stand each other in the beginning.
Plus,
this is the only factory I have ever been in where I want to get on the floor and eat some of the crumbs.
when it comes to chocolate, we throw out the rules. Refined unwraps a foodie paradise in the Seattle South Side. And playing with dolls.
I also have neighbor kids who have lost their teeth, and I've paid them $5 a tooth and put them in dolls.
The local artist who has found a passion for something she calls creepy cute. Seattle Refined starts now.
Hi everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. We here at Refined believe everyone has a story, and that really rings true with a colleague over at Como News.
When reporter Jennifer Sullivan isn't running against a deadline, she's running a winery with her husband, police officer Jerry Riener. Their journey to become the perfect pairing in business and in life was a little complicated, but like a fine wine, it just gets better with age. Here's Malia Karlinski.
Business is booming at Guardian Cellars in Woodinville. Winemaker Jerry Riener sniffs and sips his way through the barrels, making sure every drop of wine is pure perfection.
It's delicious. So you have all this sweet fruit. It's got the spices in it from the barrel.
But how Jerry got to this place is a little bit of a winding road.
Everybody has to have a little bit of a side project in the wine business, it seems like. Mine's probably maybe a little different than some of the others, in that I've been a police officer for 21 years now.
In 2003, Jerry Riener was a detective in the Linwood Police Department when crime reporter Jennifer Sullivan contacted him about a case.
I met her. We did not get along.
We couldn't stand each other.
What did you think of her?
Wow.
Off the top of my head, stubborn,
Very dogged,
obstinate,
very straightforward,
and adorable.
I will say, very pretty.
There was a lot of sort of just back and forth, and we kind of both realized this could be something more. But we went out for drinks in Fremont one night, and we talked for 5 or 6 hours, closed down the bar. We realized we had more in common than we ever thought. It wasn't about police officer and reporter. It was about Jerry and Jennifer.
Next thing they knew, they had fallen in love and had a thriving but hectic side business.
Jerry and I definitely have a triple life. We were able to work our jobs Monday through Friday, come to the winery Saturday, Sunday. We worked 7 days a week, and we did that for years. After our first daughter was born, we were able to kind of juggle that, and now we have a 1-year-old as well as a 5-year-old. So things are a little bit tricky. I've been a newspaper reporter the bulk of my career. I transitioned to TV almost 2.5 years ago, and it's been so much fun, and I'd like to say that I was able to compartmentalize, but I'll be pouring wine, I'll be here on a Saturday, and if somebody calls me about a crime, I'll step off the floor and I'll work on that.
The decor at Guardian Cellars is a nod to Jennifer and Jerry's other jobs. So are the names of the wines.
So we have the Informant, which is a Syrah blend. We've got Chalkline. Chalkline is our table wine. Kind of everyday, goes well with Doritos, believe it or not. We also have the Wanted, Gunmetal, and last but not least, my wine, Newsprint.
Customers can taste the love in every glass.
I don't know how they do it. They have 2 kids.
Let alone 2 full-time jobs.
I know.
No, and their wine is delicious. Like you can tell that they put their heart and soul into this.
So how do the cop and the reporter still find time to drink it all in, despite these busy days?
I've learned that you just have to be regimented. So I've learned that to be regimented, I let Jennifer plan everything. That's how I do it all.
Well, if I could answer that question for Jerry, is that sometimes our house is not as clean as we need it to be. Sometimes our kids' hair doesn't get brushed when they go to school. There are things that definitely fall off the tracks, but we do make it all work.
Jennifer and I are very much like a wine. You age wines, they just become more cohesive. They taste like one thing that should be right. And our relationship has done the same thing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You guys don't have to go silent, or you can all just start clapping.
He's never said that before. We love the winery, and it's just such a fun blend of our life.
Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.
You can visit the Guardian Cellars tasting room in Woodinville. For more information about this story, check out our website. If you're more of a beer person, then there's a spot you have to check out. Machine House Brewing just opened up a new location in the Central District. And to cater to World Cup fans, it's pouring an English-style cask ale and opening the doors at 7 a.m. so you can watch games early. We're told they even serve up English-style bar food, too. A new restaurant has settled into Capitol Hill. Plenty of Clouds opened last week, serving up Asian fusion cuisine. We're told the food is amazing, and 2 Ethan Stoll alums are the owners. And just in case you were wondering about the location, Plenty of Clouds is in the old Anchovies and Olive spot.
It's no secret that neighborhoods like Capitol Hill and Belltown are home to some amazing restaurants, but if you really want a foodie experience, you gotta head south. And thanks to our sponsor, Seattle Southside Regional Tourism Authority, there are some restaurants there that you can really sink your teeth into.
You may not know it, but Seattle Southside is a culinary destination for diehard foodies. Just one click on the Visitor Center website, and you'll find the plate is full when it comes to delicious spots in SeaTac, Tukwila, and Des Moines. It's not just food. Many restaurants in Seattle Southside serve up an experience. Case in point, Copper Leaf at the luxurious Cedarbrook Lodge in SeaTac.
Time and time again, people tell me, unbelievable, I've never known this place is here.
Executive Chef Adam Stevenson doesn't just create fine dining dishes, he creates works of art.
Chilled tomato, gazpacho, voila.
But it is what's outside that really blows the guests away, the chef's garden.
Different onions. We've also got artichokes, and then there's some beets. It's a great conversation piece as guests come by. They're asking what we're doing with it for that night. You know, what's our inspiration? So along with our chef's garden, we also have our own beehive for producing honey and for pollination of the insectary, which we plant every year.
Another restaurant creating a buzz in Seattle Southside is the new kid on the block, Maddie's Steakhouse in Des Moines. It's fine dining without the intimidation.
We all live here, the owner's always here. We know people's names. I mean, it's fun.
And their signature dish is one of the best things we've ever tasted.
At the Steak Madison, it's a really nice cooked steak with a cream sauce sitting on a bed of spinach with lobster medallions over the top. Comes with a garlic Yukon Gold mashed potatoes. Melts in your mouth. It's like butter. Come for the food experience alone. It's fantastic. Everything on the menu is great.
But when it comes to a true experience for your taste buds, Seattle Chocolates in Tukwila is the sweetest spot. You can tour, taste, and take in every ounce of this long-standing company.
Let me take you around here.
CEO Gene Thompson is a full-blown chocoholic and showed me the ropes.
Man, it is loud in here in your factory.
Yeah, this is the reality of what the magic behind chocolate really sounds like.
So tell me exactly what's going on right here.
So what we have here is the line where we make our twist wrap truffles for the Seattle chocolate line.
This is the only factory I have ever been in where I want to get on the floor and eat some of the crumbs. Here you go, Dream. No, can't. You guys have a real tasting room, right?
Yes. Why don't we do that instead?
Yeah, let's go.
So here we are in the tasting room where we don't have to eat off the floor.
I kind of like the floor though, but here it looks way better. What's this one right here? I'm kind of eyeballing this one.
That one is our brand new strawberry shortcake summer bar.
Can I try this?
Oh yes, please try it. So this is with white chocolate instead of the typical strawberries are dipped in dark chocolate.
If people are like hanging out here in the South Side, this is like a wonderful spot to come and check out, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's very hard to see things being manufactured in Washington State. I mean, there's just not that many people manufacturing here anymore, or even in the United States in general. So I think people love to see how things are made. So it's nice that it's really close to the airport and you can come here and you can see a confection being made and taste it and learn a little something about it.
Okay, I'm gonna have the shortcake again. You guys got a sweet business here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
You bet.
If you want to book your foodie experience in Seattle Southside or any other adventure, learn more at SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
So these are probably the ones that give me the creeps. I'd say they sell the fastest.
Creative, but creepy. The local artist giving old dolls a chilling new makeover. Plus, we apologize in advance for Refined's movie critic. He doesn't hold back about the new action flick, Skyscraper. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gart Swanson. Most everyone has a fear. Fear of heights, spiders, clowns. There are even people who are scared of dolls, and if that's you, it's time to face your fear right now. Refine found an artist in West Seattle that creates the creepiest dolls, but they come with a cause.
So this is just a fraction of some of the storage of unfinished dolls that I have. We're waiting to be reborn.
Most girls grow out of playing with dolls, but not Brenda.
The scarier the better.
For the last few years, dolls have become her creative and creepy passion.
I can't imagine that 20 years ago if I thought to myself, I'm going to be painting creepy dolls. I would not have thought this is where I would have ended up. Yeah, so that's how it started. It was a Halloween theme event. My son saw a Chucky trailer and it freaked him out. And so he was super scared. I said, well, let's go face your fears. We went to Goodwill, got a cart, loaded it up with a whole bunch of dolls, and we decided we were going to do a scary doll theme.
Turns out Brenda stumbled upon an untapped market of sorts. People wanted to know where they could get one of those dolls.
So these are probably the ones that give me the creeps. I'd say they sell the fastest. So this doll right here has my puppy's teeth in her mouth, or in his mouth. So she's a puppy and she lost her teeth, and I decided to go ahead and glue them in there. I also have neighbor kids who have lost their teeth, and I've paid them $5 a tooth and put them in dolls.
Before you judge Brenda, it's important to note these freaky dolls help a foundation.
All my proceeds go to a nonprofit. So they go to the Red Barn Equine Rescue, which is a nonprofit that saves horses, and they're based in Renton. So basically, you know, it's one love going to another and funding another. So we're going to head over to see the finished dolls where I keep them. So this is our kids' game room, because some of the kids don't even want to come down here. Then my oldest daughter, she completely avoids them altogether. I do have one doll. Her name is Helga. I got her at Value Village, but when I brought her home, I swear I must have brought some energy in with her. There were a couple of times during the daytime that I would see things darting around the hallway upstairs, or sitting in our living room playing with things, and they're like little kids that were kind of grayed out, but they were definitely apparitions, and that really freaked me out. I decided to take her off of my Etsy shop and keep her, and as soon as I decided to do that, I swear all of the weird energy that was in the house stopped. And I think she's part of the family now.
If you think being in a room with a bunch of creepy dolls would be stressful, think again. For Brenda, it's the complete opposite.
It's a stress relief. So I think about my job, which is a pretty usual corporate job, and you need an outlet. So I also find not only does this benefit a nonprofit that I have a lot of passion around, but when I need to just relieve a little stress or kind of recharge my batteries, this is the way I do it, by painting dolls.
To find out more about these creepy dolls or to share this story, head to SeattleRefined.com. Coming up, we break down the new movies hitting theaters this weekend. Plus, we celebrate National Pecan Pie Day the right way. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Garth Swanson. If the summer heat is starting to get to you, then there are some cool new flicks to check out in an air-conditioned movie theater.
The comedy Sorry to Bother You opened nationwide today. It's the directorial debut of Boots Riley and played to sold-out crowds from South by Southwest and SIFF. Refine chatted with Riley a few weeks ago, and he said the film is his revenge against the telemarketing industry. In our opinion, it's worth the money to see it in the theater. If you want to take the whole family to the movies this weekend, get ready to get your vampire on. Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation opens tomorrow, featuring the voices of Adam Sandler, Selena Gomez, and Annie Samberg. It's getting mixed reviews, but let's be honest, I'm sure the kids will love it.
Also out tomorrow, a new action-packed thriller called Skyscraper. It stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but does the film leap buildings in a single bound? Here's Refine's film critic Scott Rondo with his Rondo review.
I'm just a glorified security guard, so what the hell do I know anyway?
There's a chance that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson might actually be a great actor. But if he keeps making stinkers like Skyscraper, we'll never find out. It's not that Skyscraper is unwatchable, it just feels like a watered-down version of something you've seen before, only better. But for the sake of fairness, let me walk you through it. The Rock plays a former FBI agent and amputee, don't ask, who finds his family trapped in a burning high-rise, don't ask, antagonized by European terrorists. For the love of God, don't ask.
At the end of the day, we wanted to make a movie that was about a man who, around every corner, in every scenario in this movie, was barely surviving.
Neve Campbell plays Johnson's wife. If you want to see good acting, check out this performance.
The script, when I read it, was really exciting. It's one of those scripts where you can't stop turning the pages. You want to know what happens at the end.
Okay, moving on. You see where this is going. In order to save his wife and kids, The Rock must outfox not only flames, but a bevy of bad guys, while a captivated crowd watching from below applauds every eye-rolling stunt. At one point during the film, The Rock himself looks at the camera and says, "This is stupid." And I swear I heard the entire theater respond, "I know, right?" Skyscraper aims to be a cross between Die Hard, Towering Inferno, and MacGyver. But in the end, it comes off more like that episode of Three's Company where Chrissy leaves the curling iron plugged in and Mrs. Roper's wig catches on fire. Boy, that was a scary episode. I give Skyscraper 2 books of matches. Scott Rondo, Seattle Refined.
To check out this movie review and others, log on to our website. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. You know, it doesn't take much for us to celebrate on this show, especially when it comes to food. So when we heard it's National Pecan Pie Day, we brought out an oldie but a goodie from our trip to Charleston, South Carolina. They don't mess around when it comes to this delicious dessert. Look at these ladies getting busy. What are we making here?
Hi, how are you doing, Art?
I'm doing great, Andrea.
We're actually making our famous Magnolia's pecan pie.
Now, is it pecan or pecan?
Oh, it's pecan.
Pecan. If you're down here in the South,
yes,
it's pecan.
Exactly.
Give me something to do here.
Yes, would you like to roll the pie shell? So what we have here is a braided pie shell. So all you have to do is pinch a little piece and then fold it over and then kind of stick it.
Okay, do I need to get my fingers?
Yeah, you can get them a little floury and then just dust it off a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Is that good? I'm good at that, huh?
Yeah, because if you don't want too much, because you don't want to add flour.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to pinch it?
Yeah, and then fold it over.
This way?
Mm-hmm. And then kind of pinch it down. Yeah, see? And then fold it.
Nice. Am I doing it the Southern way?
Kinda. I mean, you know, we still love you. So we'll just cover it.
And you're putting how much in there?
It ends up being, for a full 9-inch pie, about 2 cups total.
Look at that.
So you got brown butter.
So you got brown butter, eggs. Smell that.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That brown butter.
I want to drink it.
I like to find the ones that are nice and together.
How about that one right there?
Yeah, exactly. And then just kind of go from there. Yeah, you've got good ones.
All right, I'll drop one in here. I feel so close to you guys now.
Sure.
Put that baby in the oven.
Yeah. Here you go, Garn.
Oh, here's the masterpiece, right?
Yeah, so here we have everything put together. This is our famous Magnolia's pecan pie with bourbon caramel sauce, vanilla bean ice cream, and a little vanilla bean whipped cream also.
Oh my gosh. That was so, I don't care if you call it pecan or pecan, it's perfection.
Oh, thank you so much. We're glad you're enjoying it.
We have tons of delicious pie recipes on our website. Just head to SeattleRefined.com and search pies.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Gard Swanson. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you right back here on Seattle Refined.